So hello everyone and a very warm welcome to you all. My name is Darryl Judge and I am currently a Marketing and Student Recruitment Executive here at the J.E. Cairns School of Business and Economics at NUI Galway. What I'm going to give you today is a run through all of the undergraduate offerings that we have available to prospective students should they be thinking of studying a business related degree. So essentially today is exploring business at NUI Galway. A couple of the stats that allow us to stand out from possibly the other universities here in Ireland and even further afield is that we rank amongst the top 2% universities worldwide. Whilst this is a fantastic stat not only for us at NUI Galway to have, it is also a brilliant one for you to know and possibly even stick down on a CV further on down the line. Should you be thinking of doing a business related degree at NUI Galway, you will be currently entering what is the Best College of Business for the second consecutive year in a row, as awarded by the higher education authorities in Ireland. We are one of Ireland's top universities for graduate employability, with over 98% of our graduates working or in further study within 6 months of graduation. The vision of NUI Galway is to be a leading global university renowned for our distinctive areas of research, recognised as an institution of choice for our teaching and scholarship, celebrated for our outstanding engagement with wider society, and enriched by a dynamic network of partnerships. The mission of NUI Galway is to foster a vibrant community of students and staff where distinguished learning, impactful research, and creative thinking are shared with the world. I myself am a graduate of the Bachelor of Commerce degree and have gone through 3 years at NUI Galway. So I know myself what it is like to be an NUI Galway student and the journey that entails. So like everybody else, I started off my education in primary school, but I then moved on to St. Giles College in Castlebar where I studied for 6 years. I was lucky enough at Leaving Cert level to have studied business accounting and economics for my Leaving Cert. So I knew that I was going down the area of business for third level education. However, I didn't really want to make a specialisation too early on, as I didn't 100% know what area of business I wanted my career to be in. So after exploring all different undergraduate offerings in different universities throughout Ireland, the Bachelor of Commerce degree at NUI Galway really stood out to me, as I knew that it would give me that broad touch point on all areas of business that I needed to make that decision as to what area I wanted to work in further on down the line. So as of May 2019, I'm just after graduating from the BCom degree, and I was lucky enough to be taken on as a Masters in Marketing Practice student within the university, where I am currently completing that next level of education. A couple of the cool things that I was able to do throughout my time at university and the things that NUI Galway offered me was that in my second year I was taken on as a social media marketing assistant in the head offices of Intersport Elveries. A work placement opportunity is something that the majority of our students are able to avail of once they become an NUI Galway student. That's just a picture of myself, Robbie Henshaw and Bundy Aki at the launch of the IRFU jersey in summer of 2017. Whilst college is solely based on your academics, and at the end of the day that's what you're here for, you also get the opportunity, as I said, to do a couple of cool things along the way. In my third year and my fourth year, I was lucky enough to be able to go on the university ski trip to France and Andorra respectively. And just summer gone by, I'm after spending 3 months in Chicago with 13 of my best friends on a J1 working visa. A J1 working visa is something that you're only able to do once you become a third level student in Ireland. Again, whilst a cool thing to do throughout my time in university, it gave me that insight and that opportunity to work in a different culture. And just as of September 2019, I was elected as the class representative for the MSc in Marketing Practice at NUI Galway. So again, whilst 4 cool things that I was able to do throughout my time in university, when I look back on these 4 things, they are something that I will be able to talk about in an interview further on down the line. And essentially what they were doing was growing my personal brand. And that is something that you should be thinking about doing, not only at 17, 18 years of age, but for all of your time in university and then your time in the workplace thereafter. If we bring it back to basics, and some of the ideal opportunities that NUI Galway can offer you is that the majority of our students, as I said, get that opportunity to go on a work placement. So typically in your third year of study at NUI Galway, through our BCom Global Experience and our Business Information Systems degree, you will get that opportunity to go on an industry placement and adapt the skills that you have learned over year 1 and year 2 and see how they actually work in the workplace. So should you realize over year 1 and year 2 that you really like marketing, we will try our best to put you into a marketing placement should that be where you want to be. If you realize that, for example, you don't like business information systems, we will not put you into the likes of a business analyst work placement in your 3rd year. We have over 250 industry placement partners, and you can work anywhere from a small family-run business right the way through to a small medium enterprise, or then on to a multinational company like Dell or SAP should you want to. The choice realistically is yours. Another opportunity that you may be able to avail of in your 3rd year of study, and 3rd year is typically the year that you can do these things, go on your industry placement or go on an Erasmus and a study abroad. So we have over 80 partner universities throughout the world, in Australia, Asia, Europe, the UK, America, Canada, Mexico. Pretty much anywhere in the world you can go should you want to. If I had one regret from my time at university is that I didn't avail of the opportunity to go on an Erasmus program in my 3rd year of study. My reasoning for that was I was kind of the opinion I'll get in and get out of college and get straight into the workplace, make a bit of money. When I look back on that, it's pretty much an entirely the wrong way to look at things, because the opportunities that an Erasmus program gives you, not only to develop yourself academically, but to develop yourself as an individual, is something that will stand to you further on down the line. Again, not only for a job interview, but something that you can look back on with pride, that you decided to take a 6-month opportunity of studying in a university anywhere else in the world. In terms of the actual degrees and undergraduate offerings that we have available to you, prospective business students, and the main one that we have here at NUI Galway is our BCom degree. As a graduate of the BCom degree, I have nothing but good things to say, and that may be a biased opinion, but it really gave me that introduction into all areas of business, and then to make a specialization in my final year. So what year one is simply building a foundation. You will get an introduction into all areas of business, from marketing to HR to accounting to economics, and all of your modules in first year are compulsory. So should you be of the opinion that, oh, I haven't done accounting for my Leaving Cert, I haven't done economics for my Leaving Cert, please don't worry, because the lecturers will assume that you have no prior knowledge of business. And one of the standout points from this actual degree is that you don't have to have studied business, accounting, or economics at all for your Leaving Cert. So year 2 then will be building on that foundation a tiny bit more. You will delve into the topics that you've studied over year 1 in a tiny bit more detail, and really gain an understanding as to what you do like and what you don't like. So, for example, when I came in from St. Gerald's College, I happened to be quite okay at accounting, but again, I wasn't sure that that was where I wanted my career to go. So I was able, over year 1 and year 2, to realize that whilst I may be good at it, it's something that I really don't enjoy. So why would I choose that as a career path for me personally? That is taking nothing away from accounting at all, but it just wasn't for me. So what year 1 and year 2 really allow you to do is to gain that understanding into what you do like, what you don't like, so that you can make the correct specialization for you in your final year. The BCom Global Experience is the exact same as the regular BCom degree, and the teaching in both degrees are the exact same. The only thing that the Bachelor of Commerce degree gives you, or the Bachelor of Commerce Global Experience degree gives you over the regular BCom degree, is that Global Experience year. What the Global Experience year entails is an 8-month internship in one of our industry placement partners, and then also a 6-month study abroad in one of our partner universities anywhere in the world. So again, the reason for that jump in the points from the regular BCom to the BCom Global Experience is simply based on the demand for the course. So a lot of students coming in at undergraduate level will want that 8-month internship and that 6-month study abroad, and a fantastic opportunity should you be able to gain it. What I do understand is that the points are quite high. When I was coming into NUI Galway, it was the first year that this program was being introduced, and we had no understanding as to what the points requirement was actually going to be. Unfortunately, at the time, I fell well below the requirement of 500 points, I think it was at the time. And I was of the opinion then that, that's that completely gone. I won't be able to do my global experience year at all because I didn't get the points in my Leaving Cert. And it perhaps maybe stressed me out a tiny bit at the time, because I thought maybe, I've failed a tiny bit here that I didn't get that course. I was of the completely wrong opinion of that at the time, because what I wasn't made aware of was the fact that you get the opportunity, should you want to, based on your first year exam results in the BCom degree, to switch from the regular BCom into the BCom Global Experience. As of 2018, that requirement was to have got on average of 60% in your first year exam results. And for some individuals, that may be a tiny bit easier than getting 510, 520 points in your actual Leaving Cert. So don't be put off by the fact that you might not get those points due to any unforeseen circumstances. But I do have no doubt in my mind that all of you have the ability, should you want to get them points for the BCom Global Experience. Another thing that you will be recognised as, should you become a BCom Global Experience student, is a Deloitte Global Scholar. Deloitte are one of the biggest multinational companies in the world, and they have partnered with this degree to offer financial assistance to the students and pay for their flights to and from the destinations of their study in their third year. So again, a fantastic little thing for you to be able to put on your CV that you will recognise as a Deloitte Global Scholar. After year 1, year 2, and then should you be a Global Experience student, year 3, you will go into your final year of the BCom degree. And you can specialise in any one of 9 areas. So you can specialise in accounting and performance measurement, where the majority of your modules will be based along the lines and areas of taxation, financial reporting, management accounting, and financial accounting. Should you want to follow in my footsteps, perhaps not the best ones to follow in, and go into the area of marketing, by all means, you have the opportunity to do so. Here you will study areas of digital marketing, brand management, global marketing, and marketing analytics and research. Should perhaps you realise that you like managing the human factor of an organisation, you can go into our human resource management stream, where you will gain an understanding as to how to manage people and even ensuring the likes of equality in the workplace. A lot of our students will also go into the areas of economics and public policy, where you will come out as perhaps and go into the areas of being public and policy advisors to the government or in private and public institutions. A lot of students then will also go into the area of finance, which is very similar, and a lot of the modules will cross over between accounting and performance measurement. The only difference with the finance stream is completely business finance and how you perhaps may go about financing a business from start to finish and all the intricacies that come along with that. Our digital business and analytics stream is something that I will go into in a tiny bit more detail further on down the line, as we have a full undergraduate offering in this area. Business law is exactly what it says on the tin. It's law in a business context. So a lot of our students will go into the areas of corporate or civil law, but should you realise that you don't want to make that specialisation too early on, you can realise over year 1 and year 2 of the regular BCom degree whether it's for you or whether it's not, and should it be for you, you can then specialise in the area of business law in your final year. International business is a stream that has come into fruition over the last couple of years. No matter what area of work you decide to go into further on down the line, be it in business or be it in the likes of science, engineering, medicine, you will have to work with people from different countries. You will have to apply yourself in different cultures. And what our international business stream allows you to do is it allows you an understanding as to how best to work with people from different countries and how best to work with different cultures. And finally, our enterprise stream. Our enterprise stream gives you that guidance that you need should you be the type of individual with an entrepreneurial mindset and thinking of starting your own business after your time here in university. I got an introduction into enterprise when I was possibly only 10 or 11, where I lived beside a golf course in Castlebar, and I used to go out in the evening times and I would scourge the fields of Castlebar Golf Club looking for golf balls that golfers had lost that day. I would bring them back, I would give them a clean, and I would then stand on the first tee box the next morning and sell them to golfers that were playing that day. What I was really lucky and really a standout point throughout my time at university was the opportunity to start my own business. In my first year and my second year, I was lucky enough alongside 2 of my very good friends to start my own clothing company called Vision Apparel Ireland. And whilst at the start it went pretty okay, as time went on, it started to dwindle out, and we realised that we didn't possibly have the capabilities at the time to run a full-blown business. But the enterprise and the entrepreneurial assets that you have at NUI Galway allowed me to gain that understanding as to how to start it, and possibly had I done the enterprise stream, it mightn't have fallen by the wayside. But should you have that entrepreneurial mindset, the enterprise stream is something that will stand out to you throughout your time at university, and especially in a business-related degree at NUI Galway. We then move on to our Bachelor of Commerce International, and what this simply is your BCom degree with a language. So should that be French, German, or Spanish? To do the BCom with French, you would have to have a H3 in your Leaving Cert French examinations. To do German or Spanish, you would have to have a H4 in either German or any modern European language to study Spanish. The BCom International degree over year 1 and year 2 is very similar to your BCom degree, except perhaps about 70 or 50% of your modules will be in the area of your language, and that will be your specialization. So that entails year 1 and year 2. So you will do regular first year and second year BCom modules alongside your chosen language. Your third year then will be a full year study abroad in one of our partner universities that speaks the language that you've specialized in. So for example, if you have decided to specialize in French, you will go to France. German, you can go to Germany or Austria. And then for Spanish, you can go to either Spain, Mexico, or Chile. All of your modules in that year abroad will be taught through the language of your specialization to best prepare you for the final year language examinations that you will come back to do in NUI Galway throughout your final year. Similar to the BCom Global Experience, that study abroad year is something that will stand to you for the rest of your life. And it's, again, a fantastic growing point for you to not only, as I said, grow yourself academically, but to develop yourself as a person as well. And something, again, that you can talk about in an interview for 10, 12 minutes, and that interviewers will look at you and be like, this person had the capabilities to go and study in a completely different country through their time in college. BCom na Gaeilge is very similar to our BCom International degree, except, as I'm sure you can imagine, we don't have any partner universities anywhere else in the world to do with Irish. So your study abroad is actually in Carrow here in Galway. So your year 3 will be divided into 2 semesters. First year will be an Irish medium studies in Carrow, and then your semester 2 will be an internship program in an Irish speaking environment. So for example, the likes of TG Cahir. This is a fantastic degree should you perhaps maybe want to go into second level education teaching further on down the line. And it also meets the Irish Teaching Council requirements for that. So for the likes of teaching business, account and economics alongside Irish. When now we go into our specialised degrees, and the first one that comes up is our BCom Accounting. So the BCom Accounting degree is a 3-year degree specialised down the area of accounting. What I will say about the BCom Accounting degree is that if I were a prospective student, I would almost have to be between 85 and 100% sure that accounting was what I wanted to do as my career further on down the line. Because what the BCom degree is, from year 1 to year 3, you are specialised solely in the area of accounting, and the majority of your modules, if not all of them, especially when you come to year 2 and year 3, are down the areas of accounting. So you would have to have a H4 in your Leaving Cert Accounting exam to be eligible to complete this course. And you get that final, you do have that option to go on a study abroad as well, should you want to, and to go on a global experience here. So your 8-month internship and your 6-month study abroad as well. Your final year then will be very specialist modules. And what your final year really gives you, it will give you, should you go into professional accounting exams after your time in college, will give you full Cap 1 exemptions. So it will give you the full list of exemptions that you need from those first set of exams. Many of the graduates from this degree go on to work in the likes of Deloitte, PwC, KPMG, and Ernst & Young. And the employability, should you be a graduate of this course, is fantastic. And again, you should have no problem finding your feet in the working world once you complete this degree. Again, should you realise that accounting may be something that you do want to do further on down the line, but you're not 100% sure, you do have that opportunity to just do the regular BCom degree and realise over year 1 and year 2 if accounting is what's for you, and then you can specialise in the area of accounting in your final year. But as I said, should you be nearly 100% sure that accounting is where you see your career going, the BCom Accounting degree at NUI Galway is a fantastic foundation stone for that. And now to a course that, if I was thinking, or if I was laying out my CEO again, this is probably one that I would have top of the list. So this is the Bachelor of Science in Business and Information Systems. What this course is, and a lot of people get thrown off the title because they don't really know what it means, it's simply digital business and analytics. What it entails is it's a mix between business, IT, and IT management. You will get an introduction into all different areas of business through BCom modules, but then technology and technology management through the modules of the Business Information Systems degree. New modules include cybersecurity, implementing digital innovation, and advanced research topics in IS. Why this degree program is so popular at the moment is because of the employability opportunities that it allows for afterwards. So at the moment, Ireland is becoming the Silicon Valley of Europe, and a lot of the big tech organizations from America or even further afield are coming and setting up the European headquarters in Ireland, as they realize that the teaching in this area in Ireland is pretty much second to none. You will, through this program, get the opportunity to go on an industry placement, which is guaranteed, an 8-month internship in a business, in the business information systems world. Again, employability-wise, should you be looking at a degree program that might differ you from other students, the business information systems degree is the one that I would really consider having a look at and possibly bumping up to nearly the top of your CAO application. What I will also say about this degree, and very similar to the BCom accounting degree, is should you realize that you don't want to make that specialization too early on, you get the opportunity through the regular BCom degree to study business information systems modules, and you can specialize in that area of digital business and analytics in your final year. Finally, we have the Bachelor of Science in Financial Maths and Economics, and again, this is a very specialized degree program. What I do say about this degree program is that the entry requirement for maths isn't as significant as maybe the H4 that you might need in accounting. This degree program is very analytical, and you will have to have an analytical type brain set or mindset to excel in this course. It's very versatile, as it is a broad multidisciplinary degree. So unlike your specialized actuary degrees in the likes of DCE or UCD, you don't make that specialization too early on. It comes further on down the line. So you get an introduction for the financial maths and economics from the economics discipline, the maths discipline, the accounting and finance, and also statistics. Again, similar to your Bachelor of Science in Business Information Systems, there's a substantial demand for the graduates from this program, and you do have actuarial exemptions upon completion. So that brings us to the end of all of the undergraduate offerings that we have. And again, just some general information that I would like to offer you, having gone through my time at university, is that should you become an NUI Galway student, and especially in the business area, it's quite different to what your regular secondary school life is like. So in secondary school, you have to go to school from 9 to 4 with your hour lunch in between. That's quite different when it comes to college. So your lecture hours typically in a business related degree will be around 20 per week. And then you will also have what are known as tutorials. So lecture sizes can typically be very big. They can be anywhere between 100 to 250 people at a time. So we realized that can be quite daunting for some individuals, and particularly for me at the time when I walked into my first lecture, I was kind of like, geez, this is completely different to what I'm used to. There's 250 people here where I'm only used to about 30 or 40. So we realized that in the areas, particularly of accounting and economics, that you need more hands-on time with your lecturers to iron out any problems that you might be having through lectures. So we offer tutorials which are smaller class sizes, and you would typically have about 5 of these per week. Our college is very much group work and independent study. So typically the modules that you study in a business related degree will be weighted 70% towards the exam and 30% towards your continuous assessment, which will more often than not entail a lot of group work. College is semesterized, so there's 2 semesters, a semester 1 and a semester 2. Again, in a business related degree, you will typically have 6 exams first semester and 6 exams second semester. So that's just a couple of bits of general information that may be applicable to you, and just something that you can know and be aware of before you come into university. Finally, I'm just going to bring you through a couple of the graduates that have gone through the business school at NUI Galway, and just a couple of the cool jobs that you can avail of and the window of opportunity that's available to you upon your graduation. So Aubrey Dolan is currently the Senior Product Manager at Adidas, Annette Donnelly is the Managing Director of Sony Music Ireland, and Erika Fox is the Retroflame founder. Gavin Duffy, a former Connacht Rugby player, is now the Sponsorship Manager at Connacht Rugby. President of Ireland, the President of NUI Galway currently, and the President of the BSTAI have all gone through NUI Galway and are amongst some of our amazing graduates. So whilst these are just a couple of cool jobs that I've picked out from thousands upon thousands of the graduates that have gone before us, they open up and show you the window of opportunity that you can avail of should you choose to do a business-related degree at NUI Galway. Finally, I thank you very much for listening to this presentation. I wish you all the very best. And should you have any queries about any of our undergraduate offerings here at NUI Galway, please don't hesitate to give business@nuigalway.ie an email with your query, and I will be happy to get back to you as soon as possible. Again, thank you very much for listening.